Hello, guys. How we doing? Welcome back to the West Ham world. The Premier League is back, and West Ham have managed to somehow save a draw from that game. A really frustrating game and a really disappointing game. That we look really toothless at times in that game. When the lineups come out, I think most of us felt the same. When you see Antonio and Socek in the same team, you start thinking, Jesus Christ, when's the real team going to come out? And I know people all the time, whenever you say anything negative towards those players, it's, you got an agenda, you got an agenda. It's not about agenda, it's about these players are not good enough to do what they've been set out to do. I'm not going to put it all on the players. Lopetegui got it wrong. He did. He got the lineup wrong. The insistence on keeping Kudus on the left is becoming a real issue. His body language was really bad today. And you can tell he's getting more and more frustrated being there. You can't start a midfield of Alvarez, Rodriguez, and Socek. It can't happen. Tony Gale was saying it in commentary. You've got loads of stoppers, and you've got Socek who's just doing that basically. But there was no one there to, with a magical pass or, just to keep hold of the ball, take a few touches, move it around. You could see it straight away. Just nothing, just nothing. The first half there's nothing that isn't as bad as the most bad for David Moyes in that first half for me. Sloppy at the back, lack of creativity, no shots or anything like that. Just a really, really horrible first half of football. Traore was just causing absolute havoc down that wing, as he always does against West Ham. He turns into prime Ronaldinho against us. Constantly getting up and down, going one-on-one against Emerson. And Emerson had a tough day. He had a tough day today. They got through with Traore at one point. Kilman sort of just put his hand on his shoulder. Wasn't a penalty for me. And that's not just me being a biased West Ham fan. He just was too soft. You're a big, 15-stone geezer who's built with pure muscle, just going down with his shoulder, a touch of the shoulder. It was never going to be a penalty. But they were good. Fulham were good. Iwobi was a constant threat down the other side. Jimenez was in a bit of a nuisance, and we just couldn't get near him at times. And sometimes this narrow fullback formation that we've been trying to adopt really leaves wide spaces open. We've seen that in the City game. We've seen it today in the Fulham game. The goal came down the side. Ball was played into the box. Bit Mavropanos sort of left his man. And there was Iwobi to put it in. I think it was Iwobi who put it in the goal, 1-0 down. That's what they deserved, because I say we didn't do much. We really didn't do much at all. Really sloppy. Like, there was chances where a ball was whipped in with Socek. He tries to go for goal where he's in a impossible angle. A simple flick on maybe would have, kept the ball alive and, made the box more, dangerous. There was another one where the ball was whipped in. Kudus falls to him at the back post. Just absolutely smashes it over. Again, could have just took it down, play a low ball, keep it alive in the box. Antonio did absolutely nothing in the game. Socek, nothing in the game. And again, I'm not just digging those out. Mavropanos was poor. Emerson was having a hard day against Traore. Second half, the subs that were needed happened. Paquetá came on for Socek. And Somerville came on for Antonio. Obviously changed formation. Bowen goes up front. Kudus on the left. Kudus on the right. Somerville on the left. Paquetá in the 10. We was playing nicer football for a little patch. They nearly scored straight away, Fulham. But we did get a chance. The ball was played into Bowen's feet. Managed to turn well. Should have scored, really. Was saved. After that, again, not much happened. we had a little spell where we was passing it about a bit better. Some of it was trying to do things, but it was very, yeah, it was a frustrating game, a really, really frustrating game. Um, Soler came on, got booked early, nearly got sent off as well. Obviously, it's going to take him a little bit of time to just get used to how we play. And Danny Ings came on. And it was a great goal. He really took it well. Again, ball was played in, fell to Danny Ings. He took a lovely touch that just opened up the space for him. Low finish, 95th minute. A brilliant goal, brilliant goal. And I'm happy for him. Listen, I never want a player to fail at West Ham. I really, really don't. And for me now, because Antonio, he can't keep insisting on playing Antonio. He can't. He's not good enough anymore. He offers absolutely nothing. I would much rather Danny Ings, and I see a few people on Twitter actually put it, I'd much rather Danny Ings start the next few games until Fulkrug's fit and see what he can do in a system that's more set up for him. And he will score goals. He's more clinical than Antonio. He likes to link play. The ball does stick to him. I'm not saying he's the new saviour by any stretch of the imagination. Don't sit there and comment going, look, just because he scored, you're getting excited. No, it's just, you've got to give him credit where credit's due. Andrew said, worst performance for quite a while, but give Ings more minutes at least. Hopefully that we'll see that now. Hopefully Ings will get a try now. But this again, there's loads of little project that Lopeteguis keeps doing. And I have to look at the game individually. I'm still giving Lopetegui time, of course I am. But that first half was awful. If that was David Moyes, all of us would be going, this is absolute dire. I can't watch this anymore. So I have to call it as I see it. The insistence on playing that midfield that he started with, that was a mistake. That was not the correct starting lineup. To start Antonio, no, just no. I can't do it anymore. Please hurry up this season, so that I don't have to see that man in a West Ham shirt anymore. And you always get a few West Ham fans. Yeah, you're disrespecting our legend. You're disrespecting our top goal scorer ever. 2 years ago, he was good. 2 years ago, he was okay. Last year, he was terrible. This year, he's even worse. I can't watch it anymore. I cannot watch Mikel Antonio up front anymore. I can't do it. I cannot do it. Just have a look at the rest of the game. Not the best of games for Wan-Bissaka. Nothing bad, nothing good. It wasn't as impactful as he has been. As I said, Emerson had a really bad day. Kilman did his best. He had one little run at the beginning. Alvarez was, getting his blocks in. Same with Rodriguez. Soucek did nothing. Kudus, frustrated figure. Bowen huffed and puffed, didn't really get the service. Danny Ings, like I say, did well, came on, scored. Soler, didn't see enough of him. Paquetá was trying to get the ball moving. I'm glad he was okay as well. Obviously, went down, looked like he twisted his knee. Didn't look good at first, but obviously he's okay, thank God. Somerville he's bright, he's sparky, he's still got a little bit to learn. But I do like Somerville. I do. There's something there. He reminds me of Trevor Sinclair a little bit. I think that's what it is. I think, once he needs to beef up a little bit, but there is a player there. Am I happy with the result? Yes, because for a long, long time it looked like it was just going to die out and be another loss, and and then you start looking, you start thinking, oh, there's Chelsea, and then some tough games coming up. So yeah, would I have took the point before the game? Yes, I would have wanted more because I've got aspirations for West Ham to, potentially get back in that Conference League again. So we've got to be winning games. Even at this early stage, you've got to be winning games. Same with Arsenal tomorrow. It sounds really dramatic saying this, but it's like if they did lose to Tottenham tomorrow, and then they lost to City next week, that would be 8 points. Even at this early stage, that's a big, amount of points to try and claw back. So West Ham need to win the games that are the teams that probably will be in and around us. The Fulhams, the Villas that we've lost to already. We've beaten the Palaces. We've got to go and try and beat the Brightons and teams like that if we want to be up there. And with the amount of money we spend, we should be. I think if Tobido can get him, get to fitness and start getting close to the first team, I think Mav may find his way out of the team. I think he's got just that little brain fart in him. Sometimes he can he look really good and really strong. But I don't think he's clever enough on the ball. I don't think, the way we're trying to play, like, play out the back, he's just a little bit slow of mind, where Kilman's got that. And we know Tobido's got that, that quick pass and, can manipulate the ball quite well. But yeah, today's result, he's on Lopeteguis today. He got it all wrong. It just didn't work. Still maybe trying to find his first 11, still trying to find what is the best West Ham 11 out there. We can all sit here and say, Caduce on the right, Bowen through the middle, Paquetá, Somerville. Is it now Danny Ings that he will play there? As Soler got to come in, as Tobido got to come in, there's still loads to be figured out, I think. And I think they still are not fully comfortable with the system. But yeah, I'm calling it on a game by game basis, as I say. And today it wasn't good enough. Anyway, guys, I'm going to leave it there. Hopefully me and Paul can get together and do a podcast tomorrow. If not, videos throughout the week. Let me know what you guys think. Do you think we should still dip into that free transfer market for a striker? Or are you happy with what we got? I'm personally not. I think if there is someone there that he thinks maybe could do a job, I think it might be worth taking a gamble, because I don't think Antonio offers anything anymore. I think Ings could score goals in this system, but I don't want him to be the reliant one. And then Fulkrug, I've not seen enough yet. Anyway, guys, I'm going to leave it there. Hit that like button before you leave. Thank you so much if you've watched live. If you're watching back, comment along. Until next time, guys. Come on, you Irons. Keep believing. It will get better. It will. Let's go.